Hello Boro fans, it's Joe from Boro Fan TV and this is the preview for the upcoming game on Tuesday the 10th of December with a 7:45pm kickoff as the Boro take on Nottingham Forest in the Scarbet Championship at the City Ground. Now, as we all know, we got another win, which is a good tonic for what we need against Charlton. We got to a good start pretty much in the second minute with George Saville grabbing the goal, with Ashley Fletcher doing the hard work, and then lucky enough, Saville was there to slot it in. But it was a game we could have won by at least about 3 or 4, believe it or not. Tav had 2 good chances, which he spurned, and Stephen Walker, when he came on, had a good chance, which he spurned. But all in all, we hung on to the 3 points. Charlton were pretty poor at the game. But 3 points is just a tonic for what we need to set up for 2 tricky away games coming up. Obviously, this coming up on Tuesday night with Forest, and then we go to Swansea on the following Saturday. So it may be a tough ask because both the teams we're going to be playing against are in and around abouts in the playoff places at the moment. So we've got to capitalise of getting something from the game, which will be a tough ask. Considering now we are now 4 points off the bottom 3, but not without casualties. Obviously, the previous mention that I've already injured, but it looks like Britta Sombalonga won't be fit in time to face his former club by the looks of things, because he went off injured in the past game against Charlton, which Woodgate said he was 50-50 of him chance of playing that, but he played and he took a crunching challenge in the second half and he went off injured, and Stephen Walker came on to replace him. But it's looking more and more likely that Stephen Walker may probably have to come into the squad, for the game, coming up on Tuesday night. And also Lewis Wing was a notable absentee from that match as well. Obviously, he picked up the flu last weekend, so there's a possibility that Lewis Wing might come back into the fold as well. And hopefully, we kick on from there. Also, to mention as well from the Charlton game, Jed Spence, what a performance that young lad put in. He's another one that could sit into that slip into that right back role very, very well. Obviously, with Anthony Dijksteel out for 3 months, it gives Jed Spence a good opportunity to fill in that void in that position, really, until from now to the end of the season, hopefully. Now we go on to our opponents for this game on Tuesday night, Nottingham Forest. They joined their best start of the season in probably a long while, I should say. The company sit 5th place in the Championship, and the current record is played 19, won 9, drawn 6 and lost 4. Last game out, they drew 2-2 on Friday night away at Millwall. And the Forest this season have enjoyed a good start under their new manager, Sabri Lamouchi. He's really brought in a new, unique flair of talent into the squad. There's still a couple of people in the squad like João Carvalho, who's really impressed me for last season when he came to Forest. And you also go look at Joel Ollie as well. Lewis Grabban, who is scoring goals for fun at the moment. As you see, he picked up 2 at the last game they had away at Millwall. And don't forget, Uncle Albert's in their ranks. I'm talking about, of course, Albert Adoma, former Boro player, as well. So they've got good players in their ranks, Forest. And also to notice the fact as well, the City Ground has not been a very good hunting ground for Boro for the last couple of years. The only win that I can remember that Boro picked up whilst there was back in the 2015-16 season, where we beat them 2-1 in our promotion season, and we know obviously David Nugent got us into the lead, and then Matt Mills equalised for Nottingham Forest, and then Daniel Ayala got the second goal, I think straight after that. Fair to say, Forest did the double over us last season. First up at the Riverside, they beat us 2-0. Funny enough, Forest went down to 10 men that game as well. And obviously we knew about the 3-0 drumming that they gave us at the City Ground. I think that was the game that really killed off our playoff challenge of last season, as I remember being there for that. It was an absolutely shoddy performance down there, I must admit. But like I say, Boro fans, we've got 2 tricky away fixtures coming up. Obviously, Forest on Tuesday night. And then on Saturday, we've got to go the long trip to Swansea. Let us know in the comments below. Do you think we could get something out of those games? I think, personally, in my opinion, I don't think I could see us getting anything out of Forest, in my opinion. I'd definitely say a point against Swansea could be very well optional for, in my opinion. But I'll leave that for the preview for the Swansea game, which I will do later on this week. Look, don't forget, Boro fans, to like, share and subscribe as always. Our social media links are also down below as well. And until then, Boro fans, I will see you for the Swansea preview. Take care, Boro fans. Up the Boro.